"Think she has anything worthwhile on board?" the bosun asks. I shrug and give him an encouraging smile. "We'll have to find out, won't we, bosun?" He laughs and looks through the spyglass again as I turn the wheel enough to bring the night wind closer to the mystery ship. She's a beauty, all right, and I can see with my own eyes now that she doesn't have the crew of a naval ship in service. Either they're transporting precious cargo or precious people. "What do you think, Captain?" Sam asks as she runs up the stairs to me in the forecastle. "Do we hold back?" I give her a tepid look. It's not often that Sam shows any restraint. "I think we're going to politely ask the Norsemen to surrender whatever it is they have, and then themselves." She snorts. I am quite polite, but only after I've slit a few throats. "Do you think that's the Elephanton?" she asks. "You heard of it, the one that the Danish prince and princess are on. They've been spotted about these waters on their travels. Could be their ship." "A prince and a princess," Crazy Eyes says. He looks delighted. "Mayhaps they have treasures we'd never even imagined. A crown I could fix on me head." "Possibly," I muse. In all my years sailing the high seas, I'd never intercepted a royal ship before. Our usual route across the Pacific only had us overtaking Spanish galleons and the occasional Chinese junk ship. They might have jewels and crowns on board, or they might have something more valuable than that. "What's that?" he asks. "Themselves." Sam smacks me on the arm. "Careful, Bones. We don't need to bring any more people on board than we usually do. They start to smell after a while." I give my mariner another wry look. "My dear sister-in-law, this would be a real hostage. Not the ones you discard, but ones you can hold for ransom and negotiations, for money. You don't think the King of Denmark will want his son and daughter-in-law back? He'd have to pay a hefty price, mark that." "So, this has turned into a legitimate kidnapping operation," she says with a sigh. "You know I hate having to hold myself back." "You'll manage." I clear my throat and look across the ship at my crew, who are awaiting my instructions. "Listen here now, lads," I boom. Sam stopped rolling her eyes at being called a lad a long time ago. "A bit of a different approach for tonight. That pretty ship there, she's up for grabs, and she's a Danish Navy ship at that. If the lady here is correct, there's a prince and a princess on board." "Oh, ho, 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 ho," the crew says with a laugh. "And I've taken a notion to them being worth more alive than dead. Sure, we'll take their loot if they got 'em, and we'll do our best with some of their crew, but when we take the royal couple aboard, I don't want a hair on their heads touched. Well, unless the prince is wearing one of them periwigs, then feel free to toss it overboard." I look down at Sterling McCoy. "You best get the cell ready for them.